So as promised, harvesting video for today. So as soon as I get done filming this video, I'm gonna have to get out here with the baskets and colanders and get stuff in and deal with it. So I have beans I need to pick. This is all beans through here. I've harvested several heads of cabbage so far this year. However, all of my heads of cabbage this year are like this size. They're like the size of a softball. So I don't know what gives with that. And my amazing collard greens that I just talked about when I filmed a video this morning, it fell over. So that's really kind of a bummer. I was planning on keeping this out here all winter and harvesting leaves. I still have these three, which have good leaves, they're just not as impressive. It kind of looks like maybe I have gophers and mole problems when, you know, it takes a while for the cats sometimes to catch up with them. So there's a big grasshopper over there. I don't know if you can hear it. Fly the other direction, please, not towards my garden. So I'm thinking maybe the gopher uprooted it a little bit and then it was just too big and heavy. So I've never preserved collard greens, but I'm gonna look into that. You know, maybe I can chop it and blanch it and freeze some of it like spinach. I'm not sure. So a research project. Okay, now into this garden, which we call the French corner. And I really need, this is ornamental grass. I really need to get it out of here because it's just going to be everywhere next year. Unfortunately, I let it go to seed. So I have a lot of shishitos. I need to come out here and cut shishitos. I have a lot of romas. These plants through here were actually volunteers. Thank God, because my other romas didn't do so hot. Squash, I have two types of zucchini. There's just traditional zucchini. I don't remember the variety. And then this one is like, I think it's called rondinise, which it's a round zucchini. I don't see any of them in here, but I definitely have some zucchini that I need to get out here and pick. Oh my gosh, yeah, see, look, I was gone last week. There's a lunker. There's another lunker right in there. Beans, pole beans out here. These beans haven't done so hot because they got put in late and my trellis has blown over several times until I secured it with my nifty t-shirt ties. Recycled t-shirts, folks. More tomatoes I need to pick. I'm going to be fermenting salsa, and I have yellow pears, which I never really was crazy about, but this year, oh my gosh, they're really good. But I have been, besides just eating the few fresh, slicing these and dehydrating them for sun-dried tomatoes. Look, I got tomatoes on the ground, so I need to get all those tomatoes picked, get salsa done, and ferment some tomatoes. I'm eating a tomato. As you can see, I need to pick up pears and apples. There's still a bunch left up in the trees. But that's gonna be a project. I really probably will take like a whole day to can some pears. I'd like to can some. I haven't done it for 2 or 3 years. This is my little okra patch, which is covered in weeds, but it also got in late. I'm not expecting it to do whole much because the nights are now too cool. It was kind of an experiment. I knew it wasn't going to be stellar because I got it in so late, but it was worth a shot. I just never know how the weather's going to hold. Then I have peppers here on the patio. There's random pepper plants in these pots. I need to get those cut. This is dwarf blood orange. Needs to get moved back in the house soon. He needs some fertilizer. Meyer lemon also needs some fertilizer. Rosebush needs to get planted. This is lemongrass in a pot, which the puppies and the cats love to snack on it. So that is going to get moved to the garage. You can see I have jalapenos turning red. So there's a lot of peppers in here. I need to come through and cut them. This garden tower did great this year. Look at this, is a volunteer petunia. I had marigolds, I had peppers, I had some basil, tomatoes. There was a lemongrass. Some stuff just got stuck in here because it was the end of the planting and I just was shoving shit into spaces. So this is about done though. Here's another tomato. I should eat that. Pears, I already harvested all the Asian pears. They're in the refrigerator, or we ate some of them. I really need to get these 2 pear trees planted. Ugh. A few little starts, some bok choy, lettuce. This stuff has been in these pots way too long. Need to get it planted. These 2 mint plants are in, this is apple mint, spearmint. They're in terracotta pots, and they have been for a couple years. So my goal is to get those out of the terracotta pots, because the runners, when they get too much in there, they'll actually bust through these pots, especially in the winter. So I have some pots out here that I started repotting them one day and I never finished. Look at that. Isn't that just pretty? Let's get it in the sunshine. These salmon and orange and the Queen Lime series are my favorite zinnia flavors. Here's rosemary that I cut off of the plant over here. However, I didn't get it dealt with, and now it's just roached in the sun, so it just needs to go in a compost pile. It's not like I don't have more rosemary. I actually have another plant up front. So I even have peppers here on the patio. There's a poblano, some stuff I need to harvest up here. We'll get to that sometime. Okay, heading down. Celery. I need to come through and cut back lemon balm. Gosh, and harvest the mint. Here's a pot where I'm going to put one of the mint plants. There's my soil. I started doing it and then I never finished. So this garden, which we call the red garden because of the red door, unfortunately this fall and spring, this was the last area that I had time to deal with. And look at my irises. They do not look happy. What is that? It looks like blight. Anyway, the grass grew up, it went to seed, and now look at all this grass. I had this immaculate. Savannah did come through and weeded the tall grass, and she sowed, there's beets. You can see them right there coming up. These are radishes. It was all root crops. So I've decided I do not have time to deal with this grass. You know, if you're just coming out here and pulling grass, it takes you a ridiculously long time. And I'm totally getting off topic. This is not harvesting. Well, I guess quasi harvesting. Once I harvest these radishes and stuff out of here, I'm going to come back through here with cardboard and leaves off the trees when the leaves fall. And I'm going to start over 100% with this, from scratch with this bed in the spring to suppress the grass. Because I don't have the time. I just realized my video is going to be like upside down. I don't have the time to, I told you guys, live uncensored. I forewarned you. I don't have the time to meticulously pull grass and keep on top of this. So I do lazy gardening. So it's going to get a lot of weed suppression. And then I'll have to decide what to do with it in the spring. These irises all need to get dug up and divided. All of my irises need to get dug up and divided, which is crazy. So this bed I also have not had time to deal with. These surprise lilies are gorgeous, but I hate them because they spread like wildfire. Year before last, I dug them all out of here, except for one little clump that was like right in here, and you can see how much they have spread. So that's going to be a spring project. When the greenery comes up, I'm going to be digging those suckers out of here. Here's my rhubarb. There's 2 rhubarb plants here. They do not like it in this location, so I'm actually moving them up around the corner in front of the lilac bush. It's taken me a while to figure out where I'm going to put them. There's an old stump under here from an apple tree. I'm not sure if that's why they're not happy or if they just don't get enough water. Winter project, I'm totally getting off topic again. This is garden tour, not harvesting. Totally redoing the soaker hoses. Look at that. Harvesting. I should come out and cut some flowers and take them in the house. Okay, moving on. Back to harvest. More apples. See, I need to pick apples. This view the other day when I was walking from this direction, I thought, oh wow, how gorgeous is that? I need to come out here and take a still picture of it. I don't have time right now. Okay. Into the greenhouse garden. There's strawberries that I need to pick. There's a lot of strawberries under here. Oh, great. So I need to come through here, pick all the strawberries. I also need to cut the strawberry runners. Beans. I'm going to have more beans to pick. Celery, bunching onions. Those I hope are going to overwinter and get us through the fall before the winter gets really bad. There's a lot of greens down through here. There's Mizuna, there's mustard. So that was like fall prep greens that Savannah planted. Celery will stay. I need to pick the cucumbers. You can see they're about done. Oh, there's a little bee taking a nap. Oops. Goodbye, bee. I need to cut all these cherry tomatoes. Oh my God, look at the bees. Rhodey hates bees, by the way. I need to come into here. I'm not going to go in there. You can see it's a jungle. It's too late for me to be out here now because it's already getting hot. So I might just be doing the outside garden today, making salsa and moving on. But I have a lot of tomatoes in there that I need to pick. There's a lot. There's cucumbers back here in the back. Those need to get picked if there's any in there. I'm actually going to cut the marigolds. So these marigolds, you can see them. This is a volunteer that came up in the pathway. These are all volunteer marigolds from the marigolds that were in the greenhouse last year. They have hybridized because the marigolds that I had planted in here last year did not look like these marigolds. These things are like shrubs. I mean, this is one plant. Look at how ginormous it is. And the foliage is so thick. I have actually come through here several times over the summer and had to prune the marigolds out because they were choking out the vegetables. It's just crazy. So because I've had a bumper crop of marigolds, I have done research on seasoning with marigolds. Ro, don't piss those bees off and get me stung. Rhodey, no. Here. Rhodey. Anyway, so I have dried a couple batches of marigold petals, and so I'm going to cut some more of these, but this is looking like a morning job. Okay, Rue, let's go. Hey, are these your apples? Is that your apple? No? Okay, we're done. So I think that's it. I have a lot of basil. I'm gonna have to get that chopped back. So the bees pretty much made the decision for me what I'm doing today. So I'm gonna head back out to the outside garden. Depending on how long that takes me, I may come through here and pick these outside tomatoes. And if I lock Rhodey out of the garden, I'll be safe. What do you have now, a ball? Okay, so I also need to process apples, pears. Woo. There you have it, guys. I mean, just look. Excuse me. Look at the apples on the underside of this tree. It's crazy. There's so many apples. And this is one of, I think we have 7 or 8 trees. I don't know. I'd have to count them. There's a lot. There's a lot. And we usually feed a lot of them to the cows, but steers are gone now, so. Okay, Rue, say goodbye. Let's go pick some vegetables. Hey, sit. Rhodey, I see it. Oh, you brat. What a brat. Rhodey, what do you say? What do you say? Okay, goodbye.